I'm sorry?
Did Slay say anything to you after the pick?
Nah, I told him about time.
Yeah, I baited him. That's it. I know how to bait hurts. You know what I'm saying? I made him feel like he was open, and I'm like, nah, he ain't. That was it. Just a little bait. You know, threw a little rod out there and just reeling in.
Did Jalen say anything to you after?
Nah, he don't like to talk to me when I pick him off. He get kind of mad at me a little bit. He kind of about it. But it's okay. I'm going to go give him a hug and stuff.
What's going on, y'all?
Jalen, if it ends up that you don't play this preseason, are you okay with that for the second straight year?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with obviously whatever Mr. Lurie, Howie, and Nick have in store for us, and I really just trust in our preparation and all that. I think more importantly, not just speaking to your question, but I think just the mindset of where we are is we're trying to preach just really trusting the process and building upon a good foundation. These are things that I've always talked about, I've always believed in, and I think to be the type of team you want to be built up on a strong foundation. And as you weather a season, as you go through a season, be able to lean on the foundation, be able to lean on the things that you've done. So,
Did the process of this training camp feel any different than your others, and if so, how?
well, I think they've all felt different. I've had a different ear, a different voice in my ear every year. So,
Along those lines, what steps have you taken to make sure you're on the same page with Kellen?
just constant communication, constant dialogue. I think that's where it is, and I can really appreciate all those things. There are definitely challenges when you have that that constant change, and you don't really have that continuity there. But it's also a ton of opportunity, and really forging a good relationship with Coach Doug and Coach Kellen, and really communicating at a high level, and him understanding how I see the game, and me voicing that to him, and then also hearing what he has to say as well, and seeing his vision. I think everybody has a vision, Everybody has a vision for where they want to be. Everybody has a vision for how something should operate, but to execute that vision, to fulfill it, you have to have a good foundation. You have to have a strong foundation and a strong process in that. So we just been very oriented around the process, not necessarily the results, and really just learning from everything every day, And I've definitely tried to have that mentality and, be that.
So this is the end of training camp. Nothing stops for you preparation-wise, but when you talk about that vision, you get a feel for where you are in that process to get to that vision?
It's a process, it's a process. And, the season brings a ton of different things. I think it's just a day-by-day thing of really being committed to getting better every day, really being committed to that, having good conversation, being willing to learn, being willing to talk and get on the same page. It's an ultimate team game, ultimate team sport, and all 11 have to be on the same accord to be efficient and ultimately have something that sustains.
Having a different year every year. One of the constants was your communication with Jason. We've always had Jason there. What's sort of different about your communication with Cam? What have you learned about his style of communication? What works best for you guys?
Well, yeah, I think it's tough to compare different levels of autonomy. When you had Jason here, and obviously it's changed now, and we're navigating that process and what that looks like between Cam and I. But it's been really good. I think ultimately it comes down to how you're being trained to play the game, how you're being coached to play the game, and how you're being developed to play the game.
Compared to where you were in the spring, how would you describe your level of comfortability just operating out of it?
I'm sorry?
How would you describe your level of comfortability operating out of the system?
I can't hear you. I can't.
Your level of comfortability operating out of the system, compared
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been, it's been work. This is what I told the team the other day, and it's about how you handle frustration. It's about how you handle these moments. It's like everything you do is about how you respond to it. And so we want to be a team that responds to adversity the right way. We want to be a team that embraces certain things because we know that it's going to propel us forward. We know that there's purpose behind that friction. We know that there's purpose behind that frustration, and so learn from it. You may have wanted to do something better. Maybe someone didn't communicate something good enough. Coach Doug tells us all the time, I didn't tell you what I should have told you right there. I take that. And then there's times where I do the same thing to him and whatnot, or to my guys, O-line receivers, whatnot. So it's just a thing of embracing the journey, and trusting the process and trusting your work.
On the offense and defense, there's been changes with the way to play and players. Yesterday, after a touchdown, you normally spend your time on the opposite sideline. You're talking to CJ on the other sideline. Is that an example of walking through things? What was that moment?
It's just always about trying to kind of pick everybody's brain and see where they're at, especially on the other side of the ball, because I know they're learning something new. And they've been doing a hell of a job at it. They come out there with great energy, great urgency, and they communicate very well. I hear them talking out there. I hear the sense. I see the sense of urgency. I feel the energy. But for me, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. And so I want to see, what are they thinking? I'll ask someone from the top of the chart to the bottom of the totem pole in terms of what do you see? What are you thinking? And then I obviously give my opinion on what I see out of them, and it's all for the betterment of the team. It's all to make us better, and I know y'all know that by now with me in terms of everything being done so we can win.
Overall, what did you think of the way this training camp went?
I thought it was a good camp. I thought we came in with the right focus. I think when you add up and quantify, the number one goal is to quantify the work. And you just want to do that over a period of time. Just keep on stacking. And I definitely feel like we took a lot of steps. And we'll continue to take steps with the right focus.
Do you feel physically different this year versus last year? You had a longer season last year, or for whatever the reason may be.
What do you mean?
Do you feel physically better than you did last year?
Well, I think I'm in a better place. Yeah, I think I'm in a better place physically. obviously had some nicks there throughout the year that I told you guys not to ask me about. But you deal with those things, and I think all of those things have made me better. They've made me reevaluate some things, and they've allowed me to reassess, and I've been able to saturate myself in the right things.
You've been with Kenny Gainwell for a while, made some plays. Do you see any difference from Kenny? Looks had a really sharp day today.
Kenny Gainwell? Yeah. What'd you say?
Had a really sharp day today. You've been with him for a while. Do you see anything different this year with Kenny?
Man, I think it's funny because we had that drive. I think that was a 2-minute drive where he literally caught every ball, and then he made the unbelievable catch in the corner. But he's been growing. It's been kind of surreal just thinking back and saying, man, Kenny's on his 4th year, and he came in and you kind of get to see someone grow into where they are, and he's a hell of a player. He's really epitome of a team-first guy, embracing his role and attacking that with all of his might. And I'm excited to see what type of year he has.
In the Mike Up session, you said you took up tennis this offseason. Was that for recreation, or was there intention behind that?
I was just trying something new. You really don't. I have a lot of admiration for Coco and the twins, and there's a guy, I don't want to butcher his name, but I think he's a Jordan Brand guy, but he has a lot of swag to him. But just you don't really realize the nuances that go into playing tennis, and that was the first time I'd ever taken lessons, and so it's a ton of lateral movement, ton of coordination with how you hit the racket, and when that time comes, maybe I'll venture off into that and try and see what that looks like. But it's definitely a fun game. I got a lot of respect for the greats and all that do it. I'm sorry? Nah, I told him about time.
All right.
Slay, were you aware that was Jalen's first interception at camp?
Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, the media be talking about that all camp. That he been what, 200 something throws or whatever, something like that. So yeah, I've been aware of it. Yeah.
So was it sweet, Jet?
Huh? What it did? What? Oh, that's normal. Yeah, 12 years in. I've been intercepting quarterbacks for a long time. Some of the great ones. So it was good. It's fun.
What did you see on that play? Looked like you.
Just
a little late. Looked like you baited him.
Yeah, I baited him. That's it. I know how to bait hurts. You know what I'm saying? I made him feel like he was open, and I'm like, nah, he ain't. That was it. Just a little bait. Threw a little rod out there and just reel it in.
Did Jalen say anything to you after?
Nah, he don't like to talk to me when I pick him off. He get kind of mad at me a little bit. He kind of about it. But it's okay. I'm going to go give him a hug and stuff.
Did you think you had him again? I mean, it seemed like you had a chance to get another one.
Nah, that's a better ball. I had to tip that one. I couldn't like jump ahead of that. Then with AJ with having no strong hands, I won't a lot about have AJ Moss in the back of the end zone like that.
Defense is now that training camp is coming to a close?
Oh man, it's great, man. The defense has been amazing. We're getting better every day. We're competing, turning the ball over. Something that Vic kind of preach every day, just playing fast, playing physical, and creating turnovers. Who said who?
One guy on the team is going to have a big
I mean, if I got one guy to pick, man, I just want for us to get to where we need to go. I need Hurst to have the biggest season ever. So, he the steer of the team. Of course, it takes all of us, but we know that quarterback position is very important to win games.
What do you see from him in this camp that makes you believe that could happen?
Just because he been the consistency, the way he been playing, the way he preparing, the way that him and AJ and all the guys communicating, trying to get on time. And, you know what I'm saying? I just seen a different version of him this year, and I'm hoping for it turns over to the field, to games.
Biggest workload today.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him?
Great, man. Great physical dude, man. Good feet and explosive, man. I know everybody's seen his highlights of him dunking and stuff. Like, it kind of shows out here on the field too. So he been great, man. I'm glad he out there too, because I was a little jealous that he just sit there and watch me practice, and I'm out here sweating. He over there just looking at me.
With Quinyon playing both inside.
Huh?
Quinyon playing both inside and outside.
Yeah.
How hard is that as a
That's hard, man. I'm proud of him, man. He's doing a great job too, man. Like I said, he's taking a lot in, no diddy, and he's just mastering it right now. He's playing at a high level, man. I'm looking forward to him, man, when doing this season and competing with him.
About all of the younger players in the spring, you said you were so excited to
Yeah.
get a chance to work with them and mentor them. Now that we're here in the last week of camp, how have they grown over this previous?
Great, man. These guys have been really putting a lot of work in, man. Myself included. They motivate me each and every day to make sure I would continue to be a great leader for them guys and try to make sure they prepare the right way. Do anything I possibly can to help them succeed. So it's been a great journey for me with these boys, man. I'm looking forward to the season. It's going to be fun, exciting. I really can't wait, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it.
You were teammates with Kellen Moore in Detroit.
Yeah.
What was he like as a player, and how have you seen, like, just, you know, his experience as a player translate to being in the
Great, man, because he understands. He, you know what I'm saying, of course, he played the position at quarterback, so you know how tough it could be. He used to give me a lot of pointers, man, because he was our scout team quarterback a lot for a good bit because, you know, we had staff. He used to just tell us, like, you know, because he used to chew our defense apart. And, you know, just because he's just so accurate and he makes smart decisions. So he used to always give me little details, little nuggets on why to do this and why to do that. And you can see that he transferred it to the field. So that's why I kind of got the upper lead on him, because I kind of know he already thinking out here. So I'll be like, I know. So I had kind of great games against Dallas, too, though, because I kind of know him a little bit.
Isaiah was talking yesterday, talking about Quinyon. He's got that short memory, which you need as a cornerback. You see that?
Yes. He got a short memory. As you just see now, I don't think it's too short, definitely during camp, because he was looking forward to getting his one-on-one with AJ back from that touchdown yesterday in that big play. So he was hyped on that, about that, getting his one-on-one back. So that's what I like about him, man. He's very competitive, just like me, myself. And, you know, he transitioned to the field. So he got short memory, but I know in practice, like, he gets to work in.
So little time before the season begins and just getting back on the field. What are the challenges about that time frame and getting ready?
It's going to be great for him. Right now, it's going to be because we got great leaders in the room, great coaches, great staff. So we going to get him up to beat, make sure he's ready to go. I'm sure the coaches will make sure to make the decision if he's ready to go or not. You know, that's on them. But I know I'm going to do my part in making sure he's prepared and ready, though. You know, I'm going to teach him everything I know, doing film study, doing whatever. And I'm quite sure he's going to come out here and execute the job.
What's different about this training camp than others you've been in here?
Well, this one long and hard. No diddy. Like, this one was one of my tough ones. It's almost like, God, dog, slave boy, year 12. Whoo, do you want to do year 13? Good Lord. But it was a good, successful one. I came out healthy. Everybody did. You know, I pray that everybody continue to keep growing as a player, and myself too. But this was a long camp.
Like, regular season starts, what's going to be the toughest aspect for Q and Cooper going forward?
The toughest aspect? Just playing ball, man. The tough part about being a rookie, I think it is just to have fun and don't take it too personal. You know what I'm saying? People like take it too personal at a young age because you of course you're a high draft pick, and you know you got a lot of pressure. But I just always tell them, like, hey man, just play ball. Like I wasn't big play slave my rookie year as everybody wanted me to be. I got benched twice. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. So I just told him, man, keep playing with confidence, playing with swag, and you know, let your talent shine. I'm quite sure it go, you know, blossom out like mine did. I got benched by the one who traded for me too, Swartz, Jim Swartz. He was my head coach at Detroit, man. He benched me twice.
So you said on your podcast that you feel like Kellen is helping Jalen become a smarter player, especially at the line of scrimmage. In what ways are you seeing that?
Just let him take full control of offense. Like you've seen out there on the field, you could just see him in the 2-minute making the calls, reading hot checks. I know he's seeing the blitz way better than he ever did, you know, because you know, we got guys that can make plays and explosive because we had great O-line that can kind of pick up anything. But now they trust Hurts to, you know, make plays on his own without just using his feet, using his mind, and beating the defense himself. So that's why I see an improvement in Hurts is that the fact that Kellen got him, you know, picking up blitzes real nice. All right.
You're now the fourth lightest. I'm sorry, you're only the fourth heaviest.
Yeah. How about that?
Offensive line starter on the team now.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the benefit of having such a big line?
Man, it's a good thing, especially when it gets late in the season. Anytime you can put some weight on some guys. I know the left side of the line has been heavy, but we've had some additions. So Makai's a big man. So I feel small, but I can't imagine how Cam feels. So But yeah, no, it's a good thing.
There was a play yesterday where I think it was you, Becton, and Mulata were all lined up next to each other. Like, what are the possibilities of just having you three together?
I just hope I don't get my feet stepped on by either one of them. That's what I'm hoping. No, but I mean, you get, all of us three on one side. You better have some answers because, I don't think anybody can move like Mulata at that size. And Mackay, exceptional mover. So did some tackle over stuff yesterday. It's the first time we did it, but hopefully we use a lot during the season.
I feel like I've asked you a version of this question for 12 years or so, but when you're not out there and you see kind of the way the O-line struggles, does it show you your value to the team in those settings?
Yeah, I think hopefully when I'm not out there, I think it's just more like a morale boost. Like, yeah, I'm a good player, but I think just the friendship and bond that I have with my guys goes a long way. So, if Mulata or Landon is not out there whenever I'm out there, I feel that because they mean that much to me. So, I was out there today, felt good. We had some things to work on, but at the same time, we had some long drives, trying to get our lungs in shape. So, yeah, it was good, man. I'm excited, and camp's going along smooth.
You've been through a lot of camps. What was different about this one? What was good about it? What do you think?
Well, I didn't have Jason Kelsey to listen to cussing and getting mad, so that was different. But no, like Slay said, I feel like this camp was, did feel longer. So, we had one joint practice. We didn't have two, so that was different. But yeah, it did feel longer. I feel like we, our emphasis on ball security was good. I don't think we had as many turnovers as what we did last year, at least in preseason and training. So that was the emphasis. And yeah, we have a lot of new faces in the line room. So for us, it's about, whoever's in there, communication is good. So, we're not having any missed assignments. So, and that's progress over the last 2 weeks in a good direction.
Which more emphasis was there on blitz protection? Was that more
than
ever?
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we definitely don't want what happened in Tampa Bay happening. So a lot of answers to, blitz zero, throwing hot. So we worked on that a lot, still working on it. And
Howie draft offensive lineman high in anticipation with Kelsey and Jurgens, of course. They didn't take a tackle in this draft when there was a good class.
Yeah.
Did you give the team any kind of indication of how many years you want to still play? And do you have like a number in your head?
Yeah, I mean, I think physically I could play. I think I could do what Whitworth did, and JP. I think I could play till 40, just with my movement. You ask coaches, ask players. I think physically I can do it. What weighs on my mind is just, my kids are getting older. My dad's getting older. Had some health issues, so I'm thinking 2 or 3 more years, realistically. But we'll see. It's hard to step away from something you love and something that you've done for so long. And I think, for me, I grew up as an only child, so this is really like the only brothers that I've had, being a part of a team. So, but yeah, those are the things that weigh on my mind. But, at least 2 or 3 more good years.
What do you think Mackay has improved the most since the start of camp?
Really just, I think knowing his assignment, and that was really it. I think he's always had the tools. He's had really quick feet, and, he's learned fast. So it's a little bit different, obviously, from playing tackle to guard. The guys are on you now, so you have to be pretty violent with your arms and your hands. And good thing about him is he's got extremely long arms, so he can get them on guys. But yeah, man, it's been good. We've, the longer that we play together, the more reps we have, the better it has showed up on film. And we have a long ways to go. Nothing set in stone yet, but he's really had a good day today.
Based on camp so far, if you had to pick one guy on the team who's going to have a big season,
Say it again?
If you had to pick one guy who's going to have a big season, who would it be?
Jordan Mulata. Just a great attitude. One of my best friends on the team. Just a guy that works his butt off. He's not from where he was, not ever playing football, to being one of the best tackles in the game says a lot. So, he's always been a great player, but I think he's ready to take it to the next level.
Going back to your point about the communication and the fact that there's so many new faces,
Yeah.
that's important. Landon a couple of weeks ago was telling us how it's been more of an emphasis this year on player-led accountability and player-led communication. How have you seen that evolve over the course of training camp?
Yeah, I mean, coaches can only do so much. They can emphasize so much. But when we get on the practice field, if you ever see any scuffles or any, us chatting, a lot of it's about that. You know, everybody has a job to do, and you know, whenever communication isn't going on, people have missed assignments, people get blown up in the backfield, incompletes, interceptions. So a lot of bad stuff can happen. So, like I said, the coaches can only do so much, but I think, you know, Landon's taken a step. You know, I've taken a step. Just, you know, with our O-line, you know, we don't have Kels there anymore, so a lot of it's helping out Cam. Cam's has done tremendous, but just know that he's not alone. You know, we're all there with him, and we're all in this together. Good.
You had a leave the practice the other day. What exactly happened?
Just general soreness. You know, it's just that time. You know, that time of camp. You know, we've been in camp for 3 weeks, so you know, it's just general soreness. I'm good.
Were you concerned at all?
No. It's just my new normal. Like I'm okay. I came out and practice the next practice. Like ain't no biggie.
Obviously, you came in here with, I don't know what expectations you had, but was starting at right guard among the possibilities you thought would happen?
I don't even know if I'm starting at right guard. You know that?
I don't know anything.
Jalen Carter?
I don't know anything. So I mean, I don't know if I'm starting at right guard or not. But I mean, I just know you just got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So I mean, I just know I just came here to always be ready for whatever they had for me, and I know that. So
what's been the biggest challenge in moving to that position for you?
Just knowing that everything happens faster. Like you don't have a lot of time to assess the rusher. Like you more so just gotta worry about what you're doing and get your technique down before they get their technique down.
You talked earlier in camp about like the filing cabinet, you know, having to break out different files. How nice was it to get a couple weeks at the same position? To kind of
it was great to be able to say I'm a right guard today, so he's gonna be doing right guard stuff. So it's actually nice, and I'm able to talk to Landon and actually know what he's doing on the backside of some plays and stuff like that. So it helps out a lot.
If there's like an injury, there's still a chance, obviously, they may slide you over the tackle. You know, how do you kind of keep that still in your? I mean, or is it always there because that's?
Yeah, it's always there. Like I say, you just stay ready, so you don't got to get ready. So I'm always ready for it whenever they want me to play.
How do you feel like your training camp has gone? What do you feel like you've done well?
I feel like my training camp went really well. Like I've exceeded every day. I've gotten better every day. I got 1% better every day. Mind you, I haven't played. I mean, right guard was the only position I played consistently in consistent days. So I mean, I was all over the place, but I still did good at every position that I did. So I felt like I had a good camp.
Makai, what's it been like playing next to Lane, and how has he helped your game?
It's been great. I mean, he helps me out a lot. He tells me, he reminds me that, like, it's just practice. Like, it's okay to mess up. You're good to mess up, just as long as we get it down right now, and we're not going to mess it up in the game. But, you know, we're definitely starting to gel a lot. We're starting to get closer, so it's actually fun.
If you are the starter on opening day, how ready do you feel to be the starting right guard?
I'm ready. I mean, I've been doing a lot of right guard stuff. I mean, I've been doing nothing but right guard for, I guess, 2 weeks now. So, I mean, I feel like I'm really ready.
It's been great, man. You know, Kellen, he doing everything he had to do, putting guys in position. He putting me in position, he putting Saquon in position, he putting all the backs in position. The receivers doing their thing, like AJ, man. I mean, he just basically putting us in position to do what we had to do. Overall, man, it's looking great, and I'm just prepared and ready for this season.
Specifically with Jalen, you've been with him a few years now. I guess what's different, if anything, about him this training camp compared to years in the past?
Man, I just feel like he's more locked in. You know, he doing everything he had to do, the small details. You know, that's what he's been doing. So that's what he's showing that. And basically, he just more of a leader, man. You can tell the more vocalness, you know, him being there, like saying more things. And, man, he doing exactly what he needs to be doing.
It seems aware that he hadn't thrown an interception all camp until today.
Say again?
Were you guys aware that he hadn't thrown an interception at all during camp until today?
I mean, nah, I ain't really realized that, but hey, man, that's a heck of a stat, right? Like, man, that's crazy. Like, what? It's been over like 200 something passes, something like that. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm still working on my technique. Still working on my hands, getting them inside. When I'm watching film, my hands are like lobsters right now. I'm trying to get them inside. That's really my main key with my hands. I feel like everything else is doing good, but still got stuff to work on.
Is that a term from you, lobsters, or does Vic call it that way or something?
Yeah, it's just being a saying, lobster horns, when somebody wide, try to strike you with their horns out, stuff like that.
How do you mentally handle when they keep sliding protection towards your side? How do you deal with that?
It's been like that my whole life. Little league, high school, college. You just gotta work through it. And what I get learned from Coach Hurts is what I gotta translate into the game.
So what is he kind of helping? Like, what is he teaching you specifically?
Giving tips out, but most people already know. You know, most of the time, if you get in the slide, you're trying to get the guard in the center uneven, so you go beat one and then got a better chance of beating the other instead of them right next to each other. That's just one way.
And is it also like mentally, you know that you're probably freeing someone else up for a one-on-one? Yeah.
So when you most of the time when you get the slide, we tell the other guy who's got the one-on-one when you one-on-ones. That's the mindset.
Second training camp over for you now here. What was different about it for you? What did you see from it?
See a lot of good chemistry. You see how we all celebrate. Even though we had a defensive player playing right receiver, we all was happy for him. But you just see the energy and the chemistry in the team right now. Not just defense itself or offense itself. See how we all together.
Think it's been more physical?
Yeah, it's been more physical. But that's good.
Why do you think?
One, Coach Vic, he loved that physicality. He loved practicing a lot. I think he brought that in with him when he came.
I mean, it seems like all you guys have embraced that too. Even though the practices are longer and tougher, you guys kind of think that's good for you?
Oh yeah, I think that's good. I feel good right now. I don't know how everybody else feels, but everybody else looking good, and I think we all ready.
Who's been the guy that stepped into Fletch's shoes in terms of like being a vocal leader?
It's been JD. I feel like JD, he just got that good energy. You know, he's a good guy to listen to on and off the field with advice and stuff like that. And JD's been most of the guy talking, and when we go break it down before we get to Andy, he's the one saying the word.
Obviously, it's a young room. I mean, with no Fletch there, and I know Fletch could like call you guys out for certain stuff. So how is that? I mean, JD can't do that necessarily because he's a young guy, or is that Clint? Does he handle that?
We all call each other out. If we see some are like a lazy non-effort or empty mistake or whatever in the rush, and we already know all the games and stuff, we'll call each other out. It's no, you older than me and all this. It is a young group, so we all understand that, and we all just learn off each other.
Jalen, based on camp so far, if you had to pick one guy on the team who's going to have a big season, who would you guess?
Just one guy. I say the whole team for to have a good season, like everybody. But I don't know. I can't just pick one guy. Everybody looking good to me.
What makes you confident about everybody?
You just saw all the energy that all us connecting and stuff like that. It's just the energy. I feel it. Sometimes you can feel it. Sometimes you can be like, no, I feel it.
Jordan said yesterday when he asked the same question about leadership that no one was really kind of taking the vocal lead. Is that him being modest, or is that part of his personality? He doesn't want to take ownership.
Well, no, we ain't really got it's just like we all got respect for each other and know if we getting coached by one another,
Yeah, it's been good getting back out there. Obviously sitting out for a few weeks, got to knock some rust off. But it's been good to get back out there and getting the flow of things again.
How'd you keep yourself engaged during that time? A lot of people talk about mental rest, but how did you keep yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think just staying engaged with the practice. Getting the calls from the sideline. Seeing my position and see where I fit on each play. And also in the film room, learning from how the DB coaches are coaching the other guys. So to help myself.
From one-on-ones yesterday to getting in, were you on any pitch count today?
Nope. I haven't been on a pitch count past couple of days. Kind of get back going full again.
What was kind of the difference that you saw just in yourself physically, one-on-ones yesterday to being in their team today?
Yeah, it's just I think just training my eyes back, to seeing the different things and our different coverages on the field. Kind of getting my football eyes back, I guess if you could put it that way, when I'm out there on the field. So it's definitely a little rust, but it's a good learning opportunity.
What's the plan for you on Saturday's game? Are you going to play Saturday?
I believe so, yeah.
How much are you looking forward to that after watching the other two games?
I'm excited. I mean, I haven't got to hit anybody since November of last year, so I'm excited to get back out there and start hitting people that aren't our own team.
Cooper, you played a lot of special teams in college. With a lot of focus on learning at defense, but is there a lot more to learn in terms of that, in terms of special teams, or is it something that they can just throw you out there and feel confident in week one?
Yeah, there's a little bit of differences, coming from college to the NFL. Obviously, the new kickoff rule. I mean, everybody's new to that, and then punting, formationally is a little bit different. Everybody has the same formation, and there's different rules. Who can get out when. so there's been a little bit of learning, but a lot of stuff still pretty similar. Running down on kickoff or punt, just finding the ball, and making tackles, and same way, vice versa, blocking people.
And Vic Fangio has talked a lot about, as you are playing multiple positions, not wanting to put too much on your plate mentally. How do you feel like you've handled that?
Yeah, ever since I got here, I've been trying to learn, all 3 positions. I feel like all these guys do, just to understand how everybody works together and to know where your help is in a certain coverage. Is to be able to cover guys and have that help, wherever it is. So I think it's been good to learn, this defense, coming in here along with these other guys, just understand, how everything works together.
Is there a spot you're feeling, now that you've gotten reps at all these spots, is there a spot you still are feeling most comfortable at?
I've gotten most of my reps at nickel right now since I've been back. But I'm like I said, I'm trying to learn all 3 positions. That way, someone goes down or something happens where I might need to fill in that spot. I want to be a guy that that can get in there and be plugged in wherever.
Purdy probably said that he sits next to you in the team meetings. He's catching your camera a little bit.
I just think, as much as I can soak in and as a sponge and absorb that, I'd be amazing.
That competition period at the end, you got to go in there. I think it was against Darius, but what's that like for you guys when you hear your name called?
Oh yeah, it's exciting. That's what you live for. One-on-one, all eyes on you, and that's how it is in the game. That's how you feel every play. So that's why I tell them, man, I love that moment. And to see my teammates know my moves and know what I'm gonna do, and just to see them, react to it and love it and stuff like that, it's just amazing. You can't buy nothing like that.
You have a number in your mind? 10 sacks, 12 sacks?
Nah, that's personal. It's on my mirror every morning when I brush my teeth. Okay. That's personal. That's for me. But just know, me and AJ talked about it. And that's the only person that, if he tell you, he tell you. But other than that, no.
Why is AJ the only person you told?
Me and AJ got something special, little connection. I love cars. Me, him, and Sweat, we love cars. So that's all I'm gonna say. It's just something about a car that he drives that I love.
In college, okay, just a 300,000 foot view. In college, you can win with, and tell me if this is true or not true. In college, you can win with talent. In the NFL, you have to win with way more than talent. True?
Yeah, and especially sacks so hard to get in the league just because everything has to be right. Everything has to be on point, and even your move, and he got to hold the ball for a click. And in college, man, you could come through free on the pressure. They may mess up a slide or something like that. You get you a free, easy sack. Or, the guy is just really not better than you. Or you got more speed than him. But in the league, no. You're going to have to go earn them.
What's it feel like?
To get a sack?
In the NFL.
In the NFL? I ain't got one yet. The season ain't started. But it feels good, man. When I got that sack with Fletcher at the end of the last game last year, that's all that's on my mind. Just getting to another one, getting to more, and it just excites me because, man, I got one of the last Fletcher caught sacks, and I split it with him. He probably gonna go down in his books and take it, but I just know in my head I was there with him.
So would you write it on the mirror with a marker? Or,
Yeah, with a marker. So you get up every day, little expo marker. And I advise all y'all, if you got any type of goals that you want to achieve or a weight goal, just go up there and write it on the expo or with an expo marker on your mirror. So every day you look at it, you get up, you know what you're striving for every day. You should wake up every day with a purpose. You shouldn't just wake up and be like, well, I guess it's another day. No, the Lord didn't have to wake you up, so you should go strive with a purpose every day.
The position requires a lot more than sacks, though, right? Like in your mind, how much improvement have you made in setting the edge and in dropping back and doing all the things that they're asking you to do?
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know the saying, man. You earn your right to rush the passer, and that's by setting the edge. That's by powering him the first couple plays and then getting off or doing what you got to do or doing your moves. But you earn the right to rush the passer. Guys, especially in NFL, they got amazing running backs. We got one on our team, Saquon Barkley. He's amazing. So why they not gonna run the ball and see what they gonna do? But you got to shut down the run and then earn the right to rush the passer.
A couple of the guys have talked about the old footage Vic shows sometimes, the highlights of the decades past defensive football.
Oh yeah.
What stands out to you?
Man, how they was hitting. I love that. I love just to be able to go lay the quarterback out, man, clothesline him when he come through that B gap on that up pocket escape. You know, you seen all type of shit back then. It was crazy. And I love it. You know, they play real football. I tell them boys, now we play pity pat football. We even got these little things on our helmets now that don't do nothing really. I feel like that way. But man, them boys was hitting back then. Come across that middle, like it's a lot of guys run shallow routes and stuff right now. But back then, if you ran a shallow route, you had some nuts to you. So man, that's what I see. You know, that's just real football, and it's just amazing.
Is there one play or
Take two more
player that stands out from that footage?
Man, I was always a big Ray Lewis fan, and Ray Lewis is amazing. And I just love the way he played the game, and I try to play the game that same way.
Why do you think he's showing it that stuff?
Man, just to get guys pumped up and still say we can play defense. You know, he an old school guy, so if you get a fine, I feel like on a hard hit, he'll take that one for you.
And a lot of talk in training camp of defense or offense. Who won training camp, in your opinion? Who won?
Come on now. Why you gonna ask me a question like that? I love all my offensive boys, but defense, man, we brought it this camp, and we're gonna bring it every game.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone. We'll get Hurts in here in a minute.